In the next few minutes, I will give you an introduction to the structures. Why the structures in the industry of network marketing have affected the organizations and make it so difficult to qualify and maintain the ranks. Pay close attention to this information. In this video, I'm going to show you why Kyani has a unique compensation plan, better than any compensation we've seen in the last 50 years in this industry of network marketing. Pay close attention. Kyani has identified some of the most crucial elements on the compensation plans that have made it difficult to qualify and stay qualified and maintain the ranks. And what I mean is structures. Every compensation plan is asking for personal enrollments. So we're going to talk about structures. When you start with a given company, most compensation plans will ask you for personal enrollments. Let's assume this company asks you for 3 personal enrollments. And then they're going to ask you that those people also do the same, and they will have to have their 3. So there will be 3, 9, then 27 on the 3rd generation, 4th generation will be 81, and the 5th generation will be 243, and so on. This compensation will look like this. If this is you, that marketing plan will ask you to maintain 3 personal enrolled distributors to qualify every month. Now those distributors, in order to stay qualified, they do the same thing. They need to maintain 3. In this case, we're following straight down an organization just to show graphically what is happening. This is what they're asking you to do. Now, basically, in essence, you have to maintain a pyramid structure organization down 3, 4, 5 generations, and that could be hundreds of people maintaining this structure. That is very difficult to do. Maybe you can do it for a little while, but eventually there will be people that are not qualified, and at the end of the month they are chasing their distributors, trying to figure out who's going to buy the product. For example, this person here, let's say this is Mary. Mary only has 2 this month, and she lacks 1. So the upline will call Mary and ask her to please get another person. If she can enroll anybody, they're going to ask her to sponsor the mom, the dad, the cousin, in order to stay qualified. When you look at the big picture of the entire organization, this is happening all over the organization down many, many generations. So there will be dozens and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of holes that need to be filled up at the end of the month. What's happening in reality is that at the end of the month, once all the structures are complete to the point where everybody has bought whatever they can buy, there will still be a remaining balance. And if we give ranks to these people here, we will have, for example, a diamond distributor at the top. We will have an emerald distributor. Then we have a ruby distributor, a sapphire, pearl, a jade, etc. At the end of the month, the lower rank distributors are looking for the upline support, the rubies and the emeralds and diamonds, and they have a conference call, the rubies and the emeralds, with the diamond distributor to figure out what is it going to take to close the month. They report to them that there's still a big gap of 35 purchases in order to complete the ranks and maintain the ranks. And of course, if they don't do that, they may lose their rank, they may lose a big bonus check. And that it's very crucial. So when they look at the actual cost of buying 35 or purchasing 35 packages, they're looking at about $4,000 to close. Now, they look at their commission runs and they say, well, the diamond distributor says, well, my check is going to be about $15,000, including my bonus, if I close and maintain my rank. So maybe I think we should try to close. Then the Emerald says, well, I can only put $1,500 for the closing. That leaves $3,000 for you, Diamond. So Diamond says, okay, let's go ahead and close. A few days later, lots of product arrive. Now you have two problems. One, what are you going to do with the product? You have to either give it away or sell it. And sometimes it finds its way into the free market, into the eBay and maybe swap meet, and that is not appreciated by any company. Some distributors sometimes are terminated because of these practices, because of the competition in prices. On the other hand, a few days later, the credit card statement arrives and you got to pay the bill. And that's happening throughout the organization. So people spend a lot of time trying to figure out who's going to close, who's going to pay, who's going to move the product, who's going to pay the credit card, instead of training, supporting, and recruiting new distributors. And that becomes very ineffective. Over time, what happens is this gap increases to the point where it doesn't make any sense to close anymore, and people start losing their ranks and they start collapsing from the bottom up. And that's been a big problem in the industry. So this is why Kyani has identified this problem of the structure that has to do with the personal enrollment requirements, and they have eliminated this from the compensation plan. So Kyani does not have structure. This is really exciting because we're not going to have to do any structures anymore. Kyani now has a different type of compensation plan where all you got to do is develop the volume. The compensation plan is all based on volume, not on sponsoring requirements. And when you drive this volume deep, then you can achieve your goals. In the next video, I will give you detailed information about the Paygate at Kyani and why it's better than the structures of all those marketing plans in the last 20 years.